Basically tell people to, if you've received this card, you've been given a kind act, please go onto a website, log how the kindness was, what kindness was expressed to you, where did you receive it, and what's that funky code on there. So we've been kind of tracking it. Right now it's still in our local community, but we are positive that it's going to continue to spread. So in addition to social innovation, our 6th through 8th grade team has really kind of caught spirit of this innovation, and they have found something that's purposeful and meaningful to them, and it has a lot of play involved, and that is that they have determined that we need a playground at our school. In addition to doing that, they have delegated tasks to one another. Our program meets on 2 separate days. The Tuesday group is really dedicating their time to fundraisers, and they're organizing a carnival for our entire school to raise money. And then the Thursday group has kind of combined what they're learning in their enrichment class, which is innovators in history and how to be an innovator, in addition to what they're learning in our core writing class, which is persuasive writing, and they're learning how to write grants. We had a person from the library district come in and kind of present to them about that. And then, of course, the participation in the competition on Facebook. Taryn and Leah, you guys can go pass this out now. We have some flyers. For those of you in the audience, we would love your vote also. We are neck and neck right now with another school, and we kind of keep flip-flopping on who's in first place and who's in second. If you all would like to vote for us, we'd love it, and I think the best way for you to do that would be to like our Facebook page. So go to the Falcon Homeschool Enrichment page, or Homeschool Enrichment Program page, like it, and you'll see probably hourly pleas from me. So people, please vote for us. Okay, go ahead. Our enrichment classes continue to have a budding culture and climate. We have a lot of students that have formed just amazing lifelong friendships that carry themselves outside of our program. We have pep days where kids have designated a certain day of the month to come in, and they all kind of coordinate what they're going to do for that day. So we've had crazy hair day and crazy sock day and crazy hat days, all circulating around this crazy idea. We've had Zoom Atomic. We had a Zoom Atomic instructor come in and teach us how to boogie. That was a lot of fun. We had individual and class pictures done for our students. And then we have a buddy system. So we have a lot of classes that are teaming up with other classes. Our little guys are teaming up with the big guys and doing certain projects with one another, and then same for the other classrooms. Kind of getting to know kids that are outside of the confines of their own classroom, and really creating that culture. The culture extends also to families. We had a field trip where we went to the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, and families were all welcome, and a lot of them showed up. We plan to have another field trip here in the spring, or a couple of them, one of them being the Fine Arts Center over our spring break. That's the only day we could get in there, so we really want to go. We had a potluck for families to kind of share and enjoy a meal together. We're going to have a field day, and just like last summer, we're going to have summer park days to kind of remain in touch throughout the year. Our plans for next year are to continue with our enrichment program to be on Tuesday and Thursday. Right now, we are almost to capacity, but not quite there, so we're just going to kind of continue with that thread of what we're doing. Many of you may remember that we also started a core program in our enrichment program, and basically we have teamed up with some middle schoolers to also teach math and writing to them. So students come to us for 1 day a week, and they can choose one of those 2 topics, and it's completely separate than our enrichment program, in that it is a synchronous kind of unit of study, I guess, that we're doing with them. This year we've had 18 students in total participating. 15 of those are doing math, and 17 are in the writing class. Classes are aligned with the core content standards, and they're synchronous. So students will come to us, and we'll do some lessons together, and then they'll go home and have some assignments to do in preparation for the very next time we meet with them. And they're comprehensive. They serve as the entire unit of study or curriculum for that particular year. And so there's asynchronous collaboration that's happening throughout the week when they're not with us. We use a wiki space, and we also use live binders. And assessment for both of those courses is coming in by means of a portfolio. In math, it's actually a physical binder, and in writing, it's on Pathwrite. It's a virtual portfolio, which we learned from Tony Wagner. So next year, what we're planning for the core classes is to continue. We have some 8th graders in our program that we really and they really want us to be able to offer them something next year. So we're hoping to expand that to 9th grade and possibly beyond. We're hoping to offer the courses of science and history and or arts, and those are going to happen again on Wednesdays and Fridays. This is our plan for moving forward. Next week, we're inviting all of our current families in to talk to them about our plans, give them the opportunity to secure a slot for next year. Then starting in April, right after spring break, we're going to be having information meetings throughout the summer. We'll continue having park days, and then we'll get started again in August with the first day of school. That's it. Any questions? That's John. Oh, and he waved to me right at that same. That means time's up for me.
Perfect.
Yeah. Right on time. Are there any questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to make a comment on this. You know, one of the things I think is amazing about our district now is that its ability to adapt to so many different mediums for delivery and different perspectives on what education is. You know, and in some respects what it isn't. You know, and my children may be atypical. You know, I've had children, I've had a couple of my older sons graduate from Falcon High School, and I have some children who are in this enrichment program. So I feel like I have a blend of understanding of both sides of that. And the interesting thing about this is one of my sons, Logan, when he went in last year, he tested out of everything all the way up to the 10th grade, and which is pretty amazing, you know, for a 12-year-old. And but then the reason why I bring that up is not the pat Logan on the back, but to say that this program still can enhance that kind of development, and it is assisting him to continue that life learning development. I mean, he's 13 now, and because of this program, he's on pace to start physics next year. He's on pace to hit organic chemistry next year. He's one book away from doing calculus. You know, so as a 14-year-old, and I really believe that a lot of that is based because of the culture and the premises that you were bringing out in this program. You know, I don't think that he's all that. I think he's fairly typical, but you're able to mold the program around the child and enhance what their natural skill sets are. So I just say thank you. And those are some cute kids in there.
They are. Good looking kids. So Tracy Garcia, wave your hand, Tracy. She's the teacher that gets to spend days with Logan, so that's the person to thank too.
We love Logan.
Yeah.
He's fun.
I'd also like to point out in your packet you have a homeschool newsletter as well. So Teresa, wave your hand. She's our homeschool liaison who also does my website development and then helps out with the homeschool enrichment program. She's we have been spreading her through lots of different things that she does in the zone, but with regards to homeschooling and then helping me with the website. But she does in that newsletter, she gets all the letter of intents and she communicates with those parents. She also helps that if a parent wants to go back to school, she helps transition that process and walks with the parents to do that. She also has gone out to all of our brick and mortar schools and talked to them about homeschooling and what that's like, and it's just kind of being that link between that homeschool environment that maybe we haven't had in the past. So we're really wanting to build a bridge to our homeschool community and tell them that we really do care about them and they're a huge part of our community. So without, let's see, I'm going to bring up Nicole Paxton. She's the assistant principal at PLC.
This is our principal, Mr. Wilkie, and he's going to hand you guys some packets.
You can turn on the lights.
Well, thank you very much for allowing us to present tonight. We really appreciate it. And our staff really, you know, when we had the opportunity to do this, I wanted to ask the staff what's important to you, what are some things that you want to share with the board. And so a couple, thank you. A couple of things that I think that are really great that are going on in our school right now. We have started a GED program for the school district. And we have about 40 to 50 students. Our youngest student right now is 17 years old, and our oldest is 65. And you did see, hopefully, on the website, the D49 website, that one of the students that graduated just had a very heartfelt story to share. And hopefully you had an opportunity to read about that. Of the students that have gone to take their federal GED exam, we've had 100% pass rate. Our teachers are incredible. That's Jennifer Ross and Joyce Wormsman. They have allowed us to put together an incredible program. It goes on Tuesday and Thursday evenings from 4 to 8 p.m. It's the only program north of Constitution and east of Powers. And we recently had an informational luncheon, and it was great because we got to use the boardroom here and do a presentation. We had people from